Hello, everyone. Welcome back. So, today I'm going to be talking about something massively important when it comes to dealing with this COVID-19, and that is vaccines. Vaccines. Now, you've always heard about that the vaccines are coming. The vaccines are coming, that there's going to be a vaccine that will be developed, right? You've always heard that. Yes, there is actually no proof right now. There's no assurance right now that there's going to be a vaccine at the end of the day. And if there's even going to be a vaccine, it's probably a year away. So there's no assurance there's going to be a vaccine maybe a couple of months from now. So that's just one thing we all need to bear in mind. Now, again, this is not a situation like maybe back then with Ebola that the United States and generally speaking, the WHO, that is the World Health Organization, helped us out, and then we're able to deal with it. Understand? Now, this thing is much more different. It's completely different from the class of the virus the virus that came with the Ebola. So this one is completely different. Now, the coronavirus family, they are very unique for something. They evolve a lot, like a lot. Now, I'm going to be mentioning something that probably a lot of you don't even really know about. The common cold. That is what you catch regularly, that you sneeze, sniffles, blow nose, everything all around. That normal thing that you have, the catarrh stuff that you have, that is also a type of coronavirus. I understand. Now, I was also shocked when I saw that. Now, that is a type of coronavirus. And you have to understand that that is the reason why there is no vaccine for that. There is no vaccine for the common cold. Now, I understand the coronavirus that we are dealing with right now, that's SARS-CoV-2, also called the COVID-19, is completely different from that when it comes to the rate of spreading and also the death rates. This is extremely difficult. It's very, very serious and it's very, very dangerous. So I understand that, but I'm trying to say something about that now. Even that one that seems so benign, we don't have a vaccine for it. So you have to understand that not every single case of a disease, not every single disease in the world can be vaccinated. Not every single thing can have a vaccine developed for them. So simply because everybody is hunkering down right now, everybody is at home, and all the scientists are working on this thing, does not necessarily mean that we are going to end up having a vaccine. So let's just put that in mind right now. So don't just believe that, okay, we can just remain in lockdown up until that time. Although there are developments coming up right now that we are going to start easing the lockdown in Nigeria. That is very encouraging. Doesn't mean that we want people to die, but what I mean is that it's just admitting the reality. There's no real cure right now. There's no real vaccine on the horizon right now. So what are we going to do? Do we just need to lock down and destroy the economy completely? You have to understand that the economy is not just somebody talking about maybe people that are rich, talking about people's stocks or things like that. We're talking about people's livelihood. People who go out every single day and sell gala, they are part of the economy. People who go out and have a canteen, people who go out and work at, no matter where you are working, you are all part of the economy. So that's when we're talking about the economy, it's all part of the economy. So it's not just about some abstract thing in the air that we're talking about. So the economy deals with the livelihood of people. So the standard of living of people is also part of the economy. How you are going to feed your family members is part of the economy. Whether you are going to be able to feed your son tonight, whether you're going to be able to feed your baby tonight is part of the economy. So these things are very, very important. And when there is hunger, we all understand hunger leads to starvation if there's nothing done about it. So we all have to understand that apart from what the UN just said a couple of days ago now, that Nigeria is part of those countries that are at the risk of a global famine. So that seriously, like Nigeria is part of those countries that are at the risk of serious global famine. So we have to be very, very serious about this. And that's why I'm saying it now. If there is nothing on the horizon, we have to figure out a way to balance things out and go back to work. So that's just the thing. So you have to understand that if you are still part of those people angry that we're going to be easing the lockdown and you are scared for your life, you see, this is just straight off. This thing is straight off. There's nothing we can do about it right now. There may never be a vaccine. Now, why am I saying that? There's actually a study outside right now that says that the coronavirus, this particular one we're talking about, the COVID-19, has evolved into up to 30, and it keeps increasing. 30, not 30 different strains, which means the vaccine that you develop for a particular one may not necessarily work for another type. And that's the problem we have with what? With the common cold. That's the reason why the common cold cannot be vaccinated, because if you catch this particular strain right now and you get over it, your system is going to be immune to that particular strain, but you might get another strain the next time you get the common cold. That's why you keep getting a common cold every single time. So if you stay near to somebody that has the common cold, there is a good chance that you might get it again. So that's just this, that is the truth. So that's the truth. Even if you get vaccinated against the common cold right now, that doesn't mean that you are not going to get infected again. So there is a real chance now this thing may even be able to infect people that have been infected once. We actually have one case in Nigeria. I'm not sure if it has even increased more than that now. Somebody that was infected with the coronavirus tested negative and then is testing positive again. So it means in some cases you might even be able to get it twice. Let's say you get infected with the first strain the first time, and then you got another strain the second time, you might even get infected. So that's the problem. So if we can't get a vaccine that can deal with all strains, and there's no assurance that we can ever get that, because you don't even know what mutation might happen, because mutation is random. You don't know what mutation might happen to that particular virus you are talking about. So you don't know whether it's something that the same vaccine will be able to keep dealing with. So that's the problem. We just have to understand that is the problem. That's basically the problem. So now, with this, there is probably going to be a situation where we just have to follow the Sweden model. And by the Sweden model, I've always mentioned, it means that everybody goes out. We all make sure that we social distance, that is physical distancing, and wear masks. Make sure that you have your gloves on. Make sure you wash your hands regularly and all of that. That's the best we can do right now. People have to go back to work. That's basically the best we can do right now. That's what Sweden has been doing, and it has been working for them. Yes, they're having more deaths compared to people around them. But now, what those people that have been locking down don't really understand is that later on, when you go back to work, there's going to be a second spike. So what you have been preventing is the increase of the first spike. There's going to be another second spike. There's going to be a second spike. So that's the second wave. People will still get infected again. So the only way to mitigate that is for everybody to be responsible, wear your mask when you're going out. And of course, the mask is more important to prevent you from infecting other people than for you to get it from somebody else. You have to understand that. It's more of you not giving it to other people. Don't allow the droplets coming out from your mouth or from your nostrils when you sneeze or when you cough to get into the air that much, so that it won't affect other people. So the effectiveness of the mask is really about containing whatever you're bringing out of your mouth and out of your respiratory system to yourself, so it doesn't spread out. So that's exactly what you're trying to do. So let's try to keep that up so that we are going to be able to do what? Mitigate this thing, and then it's going to be as easy as possible for us. I'm telling you, so many people will still get this thing. Sadly enough, so many people are still going to die from it. Right now, we have 1,337 cases in Nigeria. And that's, again, I keep saying it, means the detected cases. We probably have a whole lot more cases in Nigeria right now, especially in Lagos. Maybe we have hundreds of thousands of cases in Lagos already. We don't even know. That's the case. It is this virulent. Spreads a lot. For example, a place like New York City, millions of people in New York City, they discovered now by doing antibody tests that about 2.7 million people in New York City already had it. And how many cases did they have on ground before then? Maybe about 35,000 cases on ground that they thought they had or so. And then they discovered that 2.7 million people already had it. So let's even say that they even had 500,000 cases on ground and detected in New York State. And of course, that's coming from a country where they do a lot of tests every single day. They do about 150,000 tests per day in the United States. We have not even done up to 10,000 tests in Nigeria up to this very moment since we started testing. So that's the problem. So it means we don't even, let's even say every single test we have done came out positive. It means that we would have only 10,000 positive cases right now. So you have to understand that the testing we have done has an effect on the number of cases we're going to have. So 1,331 cases doesn't mean that that's the total number of cases we have had. 40 people dead doesn't mean that's the total number of people that have died from this thing. Some people probably died at home. They didn't even know what killed them. And of course, the positive side, 255 people that have been admitted got recovered. So that's on a positive note. Anyway, thank you very much. I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. But again, let's all hope that there might be a vaccine. Nobody knows if it's going to happen. Like this thing, that's just the case. We can only go back to work. So anyway, thank you very much. I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like the video, share with your friends, and it's going to help the channel to grow. Thank you. Bye.